Hi everybody, hope you're having a great day or a great night. Today is Sunday, August 23rd. This summer has really flown by. I don't know about you, but it has really flown by. And it's a beautiful day here in my southwest suburb of Chicago. Hope the weather is good where you are. I'm already losing my voice. So just doing a quick video here. So this is my little doggie Shayla, if you don't already know who she is. And this tends to be her favorite spot, anywhere along here, because she knows that there is a bunny rabbit living somewhere, maybe multiple spots over here. So it's like, might as well just have her sit over here instead of having her pull me over here. So we're going to sit in the sunshine for a little bit, get some free vitamin D, and chill out. I think it's not even 70 degrees yet. And it feels like the humidity is not so high anymore. But so this should be a good day for me. I have a lot of medical issues and chronic pain and all that jazz. And so when it's very, very humid, my body doesn't want to cooperate for too long, and then I can't accomplish it as much as I would like. So for all you young people out there, start eating healthier now and exercising on a regular basis now, and have healthier lifestyle habits, and you'll have a much better second half of your lifespan. So, although I did inherit a lot of my medical issues, so I can't really beat myself up too much, but yeah, I could have done more for myself to be healthier. But better late than never, right? To start getting on the right track. So, but yeah, when we had all the rain and the flooding, a critter dug a hole here. Wait, I don't know if you can see it because I've got the sunshine. But anyway, and then every time it rains, that floods instantly. And so that's one of their escape routes. So, but Shayla has a very good sense of smell, and her hearing is impeccable. So she knows where they are before I know where they are. So we saw the little baby bunny the other evening around dusk. So I didn't want to disturb it. I wanted it to eat as much weeds as it wanted, so we didn't come out in the backyard at that point. So we'll let the bunny eat all the weeds. Right, Shayla? Yeah, Shayla's just like my previous dog, Cassidy. Cassidy was a Black Lab Terrier mix, and she loved the sunshine. My American Eskimo boy didn't like the heat and the sun as much. He would rather be in the shade, and he loved the snowy cold weather. So he would, in the wintertime, he would plant himself in some type of a little mini snowdrift and just sit right there and have a big American Eskimo smile on his face. I have a picture of it too, one of the times he did it. So, yeah, see, this is the reason why one of the reasons why I don't let Shayla off the leash just yet, because we need to block off those spots like that. Any little gaps we need to close up and then I'll feel more safe to let her off the leash and explore on her own. But until my boyfriend, helps me with that, I don't feel safe, because she will follow something and go right out that hole right there. That would be nothing for her to get through, you know? When they are determined to get a critter, there's no stopping them. And Shayla runs very, very fast. She's very quick. So, but today is an important day for me. I have an opportunity to get a free armoire, and it's right here in my town, and it's free. The people are moving on Wednesday. They've been holding it for me for a week now, a little over a week, and we had some rainy weather, so it wasn't a good time to go get it. And then there's like, oh, we're gonna have thunderstorms and gusty winds and all this and that. And then we didn't get anything because the storm band, went further north or went further south and missed us. So it's like, it's hard to plan, and when you've got forecasts like that. But we have a good stretch of some good weather here. And Monday, there's a lot of things going on, so that we wouldn't be able to do it Monday. And so the siding guy for the roofing contractor is going to come Monday morning, bright and early, and to finish what the previous crew didn't do correctly. He's going to redo the fascia on both sides of the house. He's going to redo the window wraps and redo the caulking around the window wraps. So, and put enough nails that the fascia will be secure, and he will make it flush so there's no gaps for rain to get in there so easily and cause the wood behind the fascia to rot more. We had a bunch of bad storms in March, and one of them, I believe it was March 10th, is when we had huge amounts of hail and heavy downpours, gusty winds, but the hail was like the size of a golf ball. And then some chunks were like frozen together, so it was bigger than a golf ball. And I've lived here my whole life. I'm going to be 56 on September 3rd. And I've lived here pretty much my entire life, except for when I went away to college. And when I moved in with some people that I knew that were in the next town over, and I was trying to be more independent, but that didn't work out. That wasn't a good situation. They never believed in putting on the air conditioner. And then they didn't like that, oh, well, you're taking a shower in the morning, before I'd go to work, and I would take a shower, before bed, because it was so hot and humid in their house. And so they didn't like that. So it's like, well, you know what? I can't handle this. And my parents were getting sicker and sicker and needed my help. So then I moved back home. So, except for those two parts of my life, I have lived here pretty much the entire time. And I've never seen hail that large before. So, but it must have been windier after dark and during the night. There's a little bit good of a breeze right now, but not too bad. But I woke up this morning and one of my tomato plant pots was blown over, and the other one has like part of its branch that has a lot of cluster of little cherry tomatoes on it leaning, the wrong way. So I'm going to have to put in some type of stakes, many little stakes, and secure it so that it doesn't fall over. And because I lost about, I want to say, 6 little green cherry tomatoes. And so they're now on my counter. And they're in a spot where hopefully they will get sunshine. And hopefully they will turn red. Although we did have one previously that got knocked down. And we put it on a little plastic Pringle chip lid and put it by the windowsill, and it turned red, and I just ate it before we came out here, and it didn't develop correctly. So it's like, okay. So I was kind of bummed with that, because that's the only vegetable that I was able to grow this year. Next year my plan is to have a couple raised garden beds, or one big huge raised garden bed, probably a couple of them, and maybe have wheels as well so they can be moved, so in case we have flooding, because over there is the sewer, and when we have those heavy flash flooding conditions, it floods quite a bit, and so that's one reason why nothing really grows there. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell because I'm sitting down in one of my lawn chairs, but it's like if I need to move it, then I can move it if there's wheels on it. So that's going to cost me a pretty penny. I've been looking on the marketplace on Facebook, and there's a lot of local carpenters that do that, and I have to save money and budget for it for next year, and then hopefully I can have more of a vegetable garden, and so that'll be good. I like growing bell peppers. I like growing the cherry tomatoes. I would like to grow some pickling cucumbers, not the real long cucumbers, but the shorter ones that have a good taste to them, good snap. And I don't know what else, but and there's always room for more perennial flowers, so that's what I would like to do. But hi Shayla, are you getting too hot? Do we need to go in? Huh? Alright, well, I hope that Nathan and I can figure out a way to get the free Anwar over here to our house. The only problem is with it, it's like 74 inches high, and that's about 2 feet, 2.5 feet too long for it to fit in either his 07 Pontiac Vibe or his newer vehicle, which is a 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross. They both have hatchbacks, and it's just a little too long. We were able to fit 2 4-drawer file cabinets in those vehicles, but they were I think 51 inches high, and they were just able to fit. So I don't know how we're going to work this. We may have to rent one of those trucks from Menards or Home Depot. I don't know which would be the better option or the better price. I'm hoping that Nathan has had time to look into that. But if not, we're going to look into it today. And I'm not going to allow him to sleep the day away. He tends to, stay out way, way late when he does his Uber Eats. Because a lot of the, bonuses and the good money happens, in the evening hours. Yeah, there's some money to be made, during the dinner time hours, but that's when a lot more Uber drivers are out there. So yesterday he worked from, what was it? I think it was like 5:30 until about 2:30 a.m. And sometimes he stays out later than that. And then by the time he unwinds, we're talking 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And and Shayla's on a schedule, so I have to get up and, take care of her in the mornings. And so it's like, when he complains about, interrupted sleep, it's like, honey, I've been having interrupted sleep for the majority of my whole life, except for like my early childhood years and high school, It's like in college I had interrupted sleep because I had a roommate, and, you can't control when those people come and go, you just have to roll with it. And then when I came home and had to take care of my parents, that was, if my mom needed help going to the bathroom, or whatnot, I needed to be there for her. And I didn't mind being there for her. Just like I don't mind, waking up with Shayla, because, I love them. And I loved my mom. I mean, so it's like you do what you gotta do. And I think that today is a good day to go get that free armoire. So I'll check in with you guys later and let you know what happens. But please send some positive vibes. Or if you're a religious person, say a prayer that happens for me today with minimal stress and minimal fighting. So that is the goal for me today. And I hope that you have some goals that you have set, not only for in the future, but each and every day. It's good to have a goal to strive towards. And thanks for watching my videos, and thank you for liking if you would be so kind, and if you would please subscribe. Because my goal for my YouTube channel is to eventually do a live stream. And I found out late last night, or technically early this morning, in another live stream, that you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to be able to do a live stream. And I'm way far away from that. I think I have like 67 or 68 subscribers. I don't know, maybe some people unsubscribed yesterday. I don't know, I've got to check. But I try not to look at that. But it would be nice if I could do a live stream. I think that'd be awesome. And, but I have a long way to go to get to that point. And, my intention of being on here is not to be monetized. That was never my intention for doing this. It's basically to document my little adventures and car rides and whatnot with little Shayla here. Because I didn't know that this really existed until like maybe 2023, 2024. I was kind of like not on the social media scene too much, so, but now I think it's a great way to, save some memories and, just communicate with people in general. So I just I don't look forward to having the hateful, negative trolls, but it comes with the territory. So, anyway, alright, we're going to go inside and take a break from the free vitamin D because we don't want to be too hot. And she is starting to pant a little bit, so just like my previous dog Cassidy, if you would let her lay in the sun all afternoon, she would have. But I was like, no, no, no. Just like a person, you don't want to be heat stroke or sunstroke, whatever the term is. But alright, everyone, hope you have a great day or a great night. Please like and subscribe. And most of all, I hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe. Bye for now. Say bye, Shayla. Shayla, say bye. She's still focused on that there's a critter somewhere. She's looking at something. Alright, take care, everyone. Bye.